top hat of the morning to you. Oh, what kind of fish is that? Is that a brim? All these hat puns, they're beneath me. The reason why I'm doing all these hat puns is because today we are looking at Lidsville. Lidsville was created by the same geniuses who did HR Pufnstuf. If you haven't seen my video on HR Pufnstuf, go watch it because it is interesting. Like HR explains the entire backstory of our protagonist in the opening theme song. Basically, Mark, our protagonist, sneaks backstage of a magician's show and wants to see how he pulled a chicken out of the hat. So he grabs his top hat and the magic top hat gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Mark, being the curious George that he is, has a look inside the top hat, falls in, and now he is in Lidsville. And this is where our episode kicks off. A couple of very stereotypical hats grab Mark. We've got a pirate's hat, who of course speaks like a pirate. We've got a smoking mafia hat, that of course speaks like Al Capone. And then we've got an executioner with his little axe. He's got his hat on that covers his whole body. His bloody buckbeak in the crowd. And then we've got a Transylvanian hat, who of course is a vampire.
Let's have a bite together.
The hats take Mark to go see the boss, and this dude just rolls up in his top hat flying car. He's looking pretty sick, not gonna lie. So the boss is pissed off because the townsfolk in downtown Lidsville aren't paying their taxes. He's mad. He's like the mayor of this place. He's an evil mayor, but he is the mayor. He's running the show, and he's pissed off they're not paying taxes. Now look, I know there's some similarities between me and the mayor. We both have a really nice jawline, and both have little tiny hats that run around and capture kids for us. It's just what we do. So the boss, after his rant about bloody tax dodging hats, finally asks the question.
Who in haberdashery is that? He's a funny looking weird freak we caught out by the Derby Doom.
Alright, Mafia Hat, just settle down. Mark might be weird looking, he might be a freak, but he's not funny. So the boss takes Mark into his top hat mansion to find out if Mark is a spy or not. And this band of hats just starts playing, this really annoying welcome music.
Welcome, 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 welcome.
Imagine being the boss right now. He comes home after a long 12-hour day trying to get these taxes out of this tax-dodging town folk, and this band just starts playing welcome home music. I had some home.
Welcome, 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 welcome to you, boss.
The boss man can't be bothered dealing with Mark right now, so he summons his genie and wishes for the genie to take Mark down to the dungeon. So this genie, like all great genies, you know, you wish for something, they do it. This genie's a little bit different. She actually hesitates and argues with her master.
Now, just a darn minute, Master. What kind of a rotten job is that to ask a genuine genie?
Is she even a genie? If you wish for something, the genie must do it. I'm basing all my knowledge off Aladdin, but I'm pretty sure if I wish for something, then the genie has to do it. I don't know, I don't understand what the back and forth is. I wish for something, you go do it. Not that hard. So finally, the genie takes Mark down to the dungeon after the boss man threatens her with unemployment. Mark and the genie have a little heart-to-heart. The genie explains that she doesn't really like the boss man being a master. Fair enough, he's a psychopath. The genie explains to Mark that the boss man is her master because he has her magic ring. Kind of like how Aladdin has the lamp and then the genie has to do all Aladdin's wishes. While this is happening in the dungeon, the boss man is trying to think of an evil plan that will make the town folk give him taxes. This is a kid's show.
What do hats fear the most?
What do hats fear? I'm thinking lice. I'm thinking holes. I'm thinking beanies. I think hats and beanies might have a bit of a rivalry. I'm also thinking bald people. Maybe hats don't like bald people because my hat hates me.
We fear bad weather.
The weather, of course, that makes sense. So in order for the boss man to do this magic, he takes off the genie's ring and places it down on the table. That's so lucky for Mark. That makes it so much easier to steal the ring. Thank God he did that. He boom, turns his eyeball into like a cabinet that has different weathers in it. Like one of the drawers is like rain and another drawer is snow. And this stupid rabbit decides to open the snow drawer. So the entire top hat is just filled with snow now. But this is really good for Mark. It's like a perfect like cover. Everyone's freaking out about snow. He's able to go over, yoink, grab the ring, see you later. So now that Mark's the master of the genie, he wishes for her to teleport them away. Easy. Just go, yep, I'm gonna boom, teleport. No, she actually forgets the magic spell that teleports you away. It's like, I'm sure that spell comes up a lot. As if the master isn't just like, oh, can you teleport me over here? It feels like a very common spell, and she forgets it. So her status has gone from genie to just a woman who dresses weird and has a lot of makeup on. So, a woman. Chalk that one up for men. Let's go, sexist joke. I love fucking treating women like shit. So now the genie's just basically useless. She can't think of the spell to save their lives, so she's just as useful as a rock. The boss comes running out of the top hat after realizing his ring's been stolen. He's got him. He's going to capture him now. The genie, thank God, she remembers the magic words. Thank God. She teleports them to safety. This dumbass genie teleported them onto a tree branch. Anywhere else would have been better. I don't really know how magic works, but I'd imagine she chose that spot. Mark and the useless start screaming for help. And the townsfolk hear this and they come running. And we have got some great stereotypes in this town. We've got the Colonel, who's basically Teddy Roosevelt, Robin Williams' character from Night in the Museum, except Robin Williams' head is just a giant hat. We got an opera singer who is a top hat with mutton chops, and I'm thinking, did all opera singers have mutton chops? And then I'm like, I thought it might have been Abraham Lincoln, and then I'm like, oh wait, Abraham Lincoln did get killed in a theater and at the opera, so maybe that's the connection. But then I'm like, that's a kind of a weird connection for a kid's show to make, and I feel like kids wouldn't really get that. I don't know, weird. It's a weird show. We have a shisha.
Alarm!
With a blocked nose. I don't really understand why we've got a shisha. I'm assuming the Colonel likes to smoke up. Then we got this racist hat.
Please do tell humble yourself how.
Definitely voiced by a white person, so that's good. We have a French person, and his hat is the manhole.
There is only one way.
Why? Why is he like in the ground? Why doesn't he have legs and arms like all the other hats? I don't understand. Is this like a stereotype about French people? I don't know. I don't know why this is like that. It's not right. So the town folk need to save Genie and Mark. So this little toddler comes running out with one of those propeller hats and he flies up and saves the day. Thank God. What a great use of your propeller hat. We cut to the evil boss's lair and he's spying on them.
Can't you see I'm trying to watch?
Now, I can look past all the, rising of taxes, the way he treats his staff. I don't really care that he picks on the less fortunate. But to call another man a spy and then go ahead and spy on people, you're a hypocrite, and that doesn't sit right with me. So the townsfolk crew give Mark and the genie a heap of supplies so they can head back home. And then this old lady just rolls up in her chopper and offers Mark a ride. The boss man gets on the dog and bone and calls up all bad hats. He's like, all bad hats in the area, I need your help. You need to stop this old lady on the chopper. She's giving Mark a ride back to the real world. He's a spy. Let's get him. Now, these bad hats need to book it because Mark and the lady on the chopper are flying. They're moving so fast. I'm surprised her hat hasn't fallen off. If her hat fell off, which is her head, Mark would be on the back seat holding onto the body of a decapitated woman because her head flew off. The bad hats catch up to Mark and the genie does what she does best. She runs away. As she teleports away, it creates a puff of smoke, and Mark and the old lady get back on the chopper and they're heading back down to downtown. Mark gets back to downtown, explains to the hats that they're in danger. They grab everything they can to fight off the boss man. And the Colonel grabs this little cannon, and you know that's coming in handy. The boss gets in his flying hat and heads down to downtown. And he starts raining from above. Boom, 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 firing. Mark dodges, ducks, dives, dips, and dodges out of the way of these fireballs, and this is when the townsfolk start firing back. The Native American hat starts shooting arrows up at the boss man, and he gets that desperate he just throws his bow as well. One of the townsfolk throws a banana and hits him right in the mouth, like he catches it in his mouth, and that doesn't knock him off the hat. But I know what's gonna knock him off this hat. The Colonel knows what's gonna knock him off this hat. So out it comes. The Colonel rolls out his cannon, ready to fire, fires up at the hat, perfect shot. Bang on. Let's go. The Colonel saves the day. War veteran, war hero, now a townsfolk hero. And that basically ends the episode. The townsfolk scare off the bad boss. The boss falls into the Shampoo River. Fuck him and his taxes. And that ends the episode. Subscribe if you enjoyed me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one.
I'll get that rotten brat and those rotten hats if it's the last.